Hi, Neil here from the Dirt Floor Workshop. Today's video, I'm going to start a series on cutting threads. Now, the first part will be how to identify the thread. Next one will be how to set the machine, the correct speed, the right gear ratio, engage the lead screw and select the right tooling. Next video will be how to cut the thread, how much in feed per pass and a whole lot of other stuff like that. The last video will be how to measure the thread. Now there's the trial and error method, there's the 3-wire method and there's the thread micrometer method. But I'll go into all that later on. Today's video is we're going to focus on how to identify the thread. Now, if you can't identify the thread, you've got no chance of cutting it because you've got to know exactly what thread you're going to cut. Now, as a guide, a good method to start off with is check the diameter. Now, if we check the diameter of this, we get 863. Now, 7/8 is 875. So that's about 10th thou out there. So it could or could not be, it might not be 7/8. If we have a look at that in metric, what do we get there? 21.9. So it's not 22 millimetre or it's not 7/8. So we'll have to do a little bit more investigation. This is just an example of how you can't actually rely on the diameter of a bolt to actually find out what it is. So let's have a look at let's check the pitch and look at the chart. Now, if we have a look at the chart, if we have a look at 22 millimetres, the pitch should be 2.5. So let's have a look at that. This is a 2.5 and not quite, is it? That doesn't seem to work. Let's have a look up here. Let's have a look over here for UNC. If it was a 7/8, we'd have a 9 threads per inch. Let's have a look here. 9 threads per inch. Yep, that's what it'd be. I'd say that's what it is. 9 threads per inch. So that pretty well identifies it. UNC 7/8, 9 threads per inch. Even though, as I said, it doesn't measure 875, but that's what it is. I'll give you another example. This one here, if we measure that, 9875. So that's about 1/12 thou under an inch. So is it really an inch? Let's have a look at the chart. If we were to look at metric, there is no 25 millimetre. It goes from 22 to 24. So it's unlikely that it would be a 25 millimetre thread. It's more likely, much more likely, that it's going to be this one over here, 1 inch by 8 threads per inch. Let's have a look at that when we put the 8 threads. We'll try an 8 threads per inch. Sure enough, that's what it is, 8 threads per inch. So that's pretty well what it's going to be. But, like I said, just measuring the outside diameter doesn't tell you exactly what thread it is. I'll give you an example. If we measure this now, 955. So it's now 45 thou undersized, but it still screws on. It's still a 1-inch thread, even though it's nowhere near 1 inch on the outside diameter. So measuring the diameter of a bolt is a good guide. It's a good starting point, but you need to check the pitch gauge, use the pitch gauge, and you need to use the chart to work out things like that. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.